Right. So, as part of once again, welcome to my class. As part of today's session, we'll see cloud computing environment basics. We'll see, as well as we'll try to discuss what we are going to cover as part of this course. So, first we'll see. So, what we are going to cover here. So, our course target we'll see. So basically, we have different exams are there here in Microsoft Azure. So one is basic exam is there, AZ 900 is there, one of a basic exam. So fundamentals of cloud computing. Okay, so we'll cover these fundamentals of cloud computing. Plus we have AZ AZ 103. Right now, Microsoft is going to change it to 104. AZ 104. Microsoft Azure Administrator Associate exam. Okay, so after that we have different exams are there, like architect exam is there, AZ 300 is there, Microsoft Azure uh, architect. So, but sir, as part of this course, we are going to target this exam 104. Okay, Microsoft Azure Administrator. So mostly along with this, we'll see some along the contents of this exam. We'll see some other concepts also. Some extra concepts also will cover related to development part. Suppose if you see here AZ 103 or 104 exam, AZ 104 Microsoft Azure Administrator. So basically, actually this was introduced in April 2020, but still due to this uh, current scenario, uh, maybe I think they will conduct this exam from next month, June onwards. Responsibilities of Azure Administrator include implementing, managing, and monitoring identity, governance, storage, compute, and virtual networks in cloud environment, plus provision, sizing, monitoring, adjusting resources. Yeah, these are the main things what they are testing. Say, managing Azure identities. Identities are there here. Active Directory server means like how we can manage the users, roles, privileges, permissions, everything. In the same way, implement and manage storage. Completely share how we can work with the storage components. Next one said deploy and manage Azure compute resources. So compute resources are there here, which are nothing but creating virtual machines. We can create Windows machines, we can create Linux machines. Okay, different types of machines we can create. So how we can deploy, how we can manage these machines. In the same way, configure and manage virtual networking. Okay, so how we can configure here networking, another important module. Monitor and backup Azure resources means we can schedule the backups actually. It may be any resource, it may be virtual machine or database or virtual network, okay, or storage component. We can schedule backup of these components. So, these are say like major concepts are there here as part of this exam. Basically, here in India, its cost is around plus taxes actually 4800 they are showing plus taxes. Okay, so uh, means Microsoft Azure administrator. We can work as a Microsoft Azure administrator, and along with the not only exam point of view, this course we can enter into Microsoft Azure. We'll come to know here completely in detail about cloud fundamentals plus how we can work as a administrator with Microsoft Azure cloud platform. So those things will cover here. Means any target audience are there, any software yeah, technology people can undergo this course. Means who wants to enter into Microsoft Azure to start working with Microsoft's cloud platform, so they can attend this course, right? So we'll try mostly we'll discuss like the syllabus will work out in the exam point of view. Plus we'll see some extra concepts also along with the exam point of view, right? So this was a like let's say we'll start our session. So generally, I think some people may be familiar with the fundamentals of cloud computing. Just again to start again from scratch. So why? Because every concept will start from scratch, and we'll see everything practically in detail. Okay, so at any time you can use chart option is there, which is better option to avoid disturbance in the recording. You can use chart option. You can type in the chart option if any simple doubts are there. So I will try to respond immediately. So I have very good experience with various technologies. Okay, so means indirectly what I am saying, I will try to make you much comfortable with Microsoft Azure. Means so that in the industry tomorrow you can start working as well as you can attend the interviews easily. Almost all the Microsoft Azure exams I have passed. MCSA will get if I pass two exams. Microsoft Certified Solution Associate, MCSA. So, right, that is just brief summary of the exam target of our course. So let's say we'll start with the fundamentals of cloud computing. As part of today's session, we'll see fundamentals of cloud computing, and I will share you the recording at the end of our course. So end of our class, after the class, right? So in general, say like today we have two types of computing options are available today. Two types of computing options are available. One is your on-premises computing option, okay, which is the old model. Second one is cloud computing model, cloud computing. Today, maybe we have heard that cloud computing is one of a emerging technology. So from 2010 onwards, most of the people are talking about cloud computing, right? So what is the cloud computing? What are the official definitions are there for cloud computing? We'll see as part of today's class. Right. So in general, sir, in case of on-premises environment, means remember, suppose tomorrow you are going to start one company, startup company, means in the same location in the company. will allot a separate room with air condition. Okay, so we'll make all the setup in that room, means including servers, storage, networking components, firewalls, everything. Suppose tomorrow you want to start a startup company for like a software development or database support, okay, or infrastructure support. So first what you are doing, you will set up one server like for all the employees who should log in. In the same way, we'll set up one email server. Okay, so like various components will set up to make the employees to start with. So after that, we'll recruit different employees, different teams will recruit. Then they can start working with our setup. That is, see, like configuring total setup in the same location in the company itself is called on-premises environment. Okay, so this on-premises environment is uh, to build the on-premises environments here, like total infrastructure we need to purchase, right? So servers we have to purchase, operating systems we have to purchase, like email servers, firewalls, network components, storage, everything we have to purchase. Then we'll make the setup ready. Okay, so means what? So much infrastructure cost is there. We have to understand here indirectly. We'll get so much infrastructure cost is there. Okay, so as a startup company, initially we need to invest. See here, 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs. We need to invest initially. Okay, to set up the complete environment for our employees. Right. So, like to avoid this capital expenditures here, capital expenditure, compulsory today, we are going with the cloud platforms. To avoid the capital expenditure, infrastructure cost, compulsory we are going with the cloud platforms. Okay, so why? Because if I go with cloud platform, no need to purchase the servers. All the servers are already ready in Microsoft Cloud Data Center. Okay, in Microsoft Cloud Data Center, all the servers are ready. All the softwares are ready. Network components are there. Storage is there. So everything is ready here in the Cloud Data Center. It may be Amazon Cloud Data Centers or Microsoft or Google Cloud Data Centers. So everything is available in the Cloud Data Centers. Just we need to select which servers we need, which OS we need, which network components we need. So we can build our requirement, we can implement our setups here very fastly, very easily. Okay, so that is the major difference is there between on-premises environment and a cloud computing environment, right? Just remember, total infrastructure is provided by Microsoft itself. Means our company or our client no need to invest the money. Okay, initially, no need to purchase softwares. Okay, so hardware, networking, storage. Why? Because everything is available in the cloud data center. Okay, just select which servers we need, which OS we need, which networking components, start working. That we have to understand, like almost all capital expenditure is almost all zero. It will come down to minimum level. Capital expenditure means what? Instead of investing 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs to start a company on this infrastructure, no need to invest that much of huge amount. That is like briefly we have to understand. today cloud computing for startup companies, especially cloud computing provides everything so that no need to invest huge amount. Okay, that is like in general, like in case of on-premises environment, first we'll plan what we need, then we'll buy the hardware, softwares, everything. Then say like we'll make the setup ready. After that, we'll start operating. That's so remember like here, capital expenditure cost is there, right? To purchase servers, everything. After that, say like operational cost is also there. Means we need to hire the Windows team, network team, storage team, security team. Various teams we need to hire, we need to maintain in on-premises environment, right? So this was like these things we can avoid if we are going with the cloud computing platforms. Especially we have to understand here capital expenditure we can reduce up to 90% capital expenditure, as well as remember operational cost also will reduce for us. Means what, no need to maintain like separate teams. We can maintain one person who know the Microsoft Azure, means like suppose let's say who has undergone this, for example AZ104. We can maintain one person who will take care of all the resources. Why? Because even like OS level patching, everything is maintained by Microsoft itself. They will do, Microsoft itself will perform patching every all the activities. Just as an administrator, we have to monitor the resources. Whenever it is required, we can increase the RAM of the server, we can create the storage, we can create the networking components, we have to schedule backups, we have to schedule. Like this, say, like, means what? Less resources are enough. Okay, so no need to hire various teams. One, two Azure administrators. If it is 24 by 7, three Azure administrators are enough for us for to handle the resources. That means we have to understand here capital expenditure is very less, as well as operational expenditure is also very less for us. Both the expenditures are reduced here for us. Okay, right. So I think if any queries are there, please type in the chat panel. Abhishek, Manikumar, and other participants, please type in the chat panel if any simple doubts are there. Okay, just I'm going with basic actually. What is on-premises environment? What is cloud computing environments? Okay, just 1 minute. Right. So that is like what is on-premises environment and cloud computing. That's why suppose if you want to develop one application, for example, generally we know that we need servers are required to host the application, plus storage is required, dedicated network is required with high security, right? So that's to say all these uh, uh, no need to purchase actually. Directly we can go with the, if we are going with the cloud platform, directly we can start using these resources. If I check here Microsoft Azure, for example, uh, we have different regions are there, so many regions are there uh, across the globe. For example, here Azure regions. See here, 60 plus regions are there worldwide, available in 140 countries. Okay, right. So like various regions are there. Sir, in India also we have three Azure regions are there: South, Central, West. Okay, so South means Chennai, Central is Pune, and West is Mumbai. Three regions are there India-wise. Right. So means remember in each region, Microsoft will maintain by default three data centers. By default, three data centers for redundancy purpose. Even one data center something happen, outage is there. So the resources are available in another data center. Just remember, region is a collection of data centers. We have three data centers in each region. So almost all everywhere we have cloud data centers are there, sir, except in Africa in few countries due to security and other issues. So almost all worldwide, everywhere we have these cloud data regions here, Azure data regions today. Right. So that's why we can place our resources anywhere. We can place the resources in UK, US, Australia, anywhere we can place the resources. In general, remember, as a policy, we'll place the resources closer to the client. If the client is from South Africa, we'll place the resources actually in the same region for better performance as well as other complaints related to implement policies actually. So like they say, like we have to understand everywhere like cloud data centers are available today, so anywhere we can place our resources. And as compared with other competitors, especially like AWS, here the cost is very less. Cost is very less. So that's why today, sir, who are the Microsoft technologies who are using Microsoft technologies? So almost all 90% clients of Microsoft technologies, they are going with Microsoft Azure. Once again, we have to understand Microsoft Azure is not only for Microsoft technologies. So any technology, okay. So any technology people can go with Microsoft Azure. Why? Because it is a platform, common platform. But for Microsoft clients, we have some benefits are there. Suppose already we have Windows license is there, for example. If you are going with the cloud platform, now no need to pay 100% amount, 50% we have to pay. Why? Because already we have purchased Microsoft product, for example, Windows or SQL Server. Okay, so that's why cost will reduce if you want to go with cloud platforms, right? So even for like for US government also here, for Virginia, most of the US government yeah, tax departments for different departments. So right now, Microsoft has come up with Azure government. So which like some regions are not disclosed, they are saying, okay, for security purpose. Right. So those are see, like everywhere data regions are available, data centers are available, anywhere we can place the resources. Right. So what is cloud computing here? Cloud computing is the delivery of computing services over the internet. Very simple definition is it. Cloud computing is the delivery of computing services over the internet. That's why every service, every cloud, every computing requirements, it may be servers, hardware, network, storage. Okay, so firewalls, VPN, everything is available through internets here. Okay, so we can access, we can work with everything through internet. Right. So that's like cloud computing is a very simple definition, is it? But we'll see official definition. We'll see cloud computing provides here servers, storage, databases, networking, everything's here. Right. So companies offering these cloud computing services are called cloud providers. Okay, so we have seen like so many companies are there. I think 80 to 90 companies are there who are providing the cloud resources. Okay, cloud computing resources. Right. So typically charges are there based on usage. Okay, depends on usage we are paying. Suppose one machine is there. If you are running that machine, you will pay some amount. If you shut down that machine, for example, no need to pay the complete amount. So, for example, per hour we are paying 10 rupees per hour for a machine, for a server, for example. So if I shut down that machine, no need to pay the amount. Like this is based on usage, means depends on our electricity bill, how we are paying depends on usage. So same thing we have to pay in case of cloud computing yeah, environments. No need to pay any fixed amount. And see, actually, initially, create a free subscription we can create here. Free subscription we can create. Okay, so after that, what we can do, we can start after free subscription. This free subscription works for 1 month. Check here, here itself, we can say free account. Okay, so with Visa card or Master card, we can create a free account. We can start using for 1 month. After 1 month, share account is disabled automatically. So if want, we can continue, we can enable by choosing some paid option. Okay, so check here, if I go to free subscription, we can say start free. Microsoft will add say $200 credit. Okay, so till that credits are there, we can work, or till 30 days. After that, remember, they are not going to charge. If you say you want to continue with some any paid option, then only charges are there. Otherwise, account is disabled. No charges are there for our credit card. Okay. After 1 month, if want, we can cancel that subscription. Okay, so like this, like we can start working freely. That's why we have to understand here two URLs we have to understand. Azure.microsoft.com. We need to remember azure.microsoft.com. By using here azure.microsoft.com, we can start working with, we can create free subscription. Okay, after creating free subscription, to start working with Microsoft Azure, we can go to here portal.azure.com. See portal.azure.com. So by using this portals here, we can log in. By default, I have login. So it will ask username, password. We can log in into the portal. After login into the portal, we can start working with the resources. Okay, so we can work with which resource you want. You want to create a server, you want to create a database, you want to create storage. Anything we can perform here from this portal. As well as some tools are also there. Without entering into portal also, we can start working. I will show you that later. Just check here. Now, right now, I am in the portal, Azure portal. We can see here all the services are available. Similar to other cloud platforms, all the services are available for us. Okay, so we can work with all the services here. For example, app service is there. App service is basically for our application team members, okay, who are working with .NET, Java, okay, who can develop the applications here. They can deploy the applications. They can manage the applications with the help of app services. And say SQL databases are there here. We can create the databases as well as we can migrate on-premises databases into Microsoft Azure by using here SQL databases. Here, remember, Microsoft Azure supports almost all types of databases, not only SQL Server. So it may be MariaDB, MySQL, PostgreSQL, all types of databases Microsoft supports. Even Oracle also, Oracle databases also we can manage in Microsoft Azure. Okay, so in the same way, we can work with virtual machine. Just I'm going very briefly. What are the main services are there? Everything is provided, remember, in the form of service. Actually, we'll see all these services will classify into three categories actually: IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. We'll see the official definition. Just what I'm discussing. Virtual machines are there here. See, we can create our own dedicated machine. We can create. We can start working with this machine. We can create here our own dedicated machine with this option, virtual machines option. Means what? We can create a machine with how much RAM we need, 8 GB RAM, 16 GB RAM, with how many CPUs, with Windows or Linux. Means a dedicated server we can create. And we can take remote desktop of this server, we can start working. Okay, so like this, compute services are there to create a dedicated machines, our own machines. And we have seen that machine cost is also per minute cost is there, per hour cost is there, as well as fixed cost is also available. Different pricing models are available. We can use that pricing models. Right. So in the same way, storage are there here. By using this, we can work with the storage. Means we can create our own storage. We can work with the storage where we can place any resources, like a SAN actually, storage area network. So in the same way, virtual networks are there here, which are also important for us. So, generally we need that for communication between the two resources. Generally, networks are there. Here, virtual networks are there. Azure Active Directory is there here. to manage the users, okay, roles, permissions, okay, to provide access, okay, who can access these databases, who can access virtual machines, all those we can define here with Azure Active Directory. So as well as monitoring and automation services are there. Already I have said, like by using portal we can start working with, okay. If I go to databases, we can see here already some databases are there. We can create our own databases just in 2-3 minutes time. Even we can create a machine server, we can create here in 2-3 minutes time, okay, with the required configuration. So that's to say, like through portal we can start working with, as well as we have some scripting languages are also there, like PowerShell is there here, like similar to shell scripting. PowerShell is there. By using Azure PowerShell, we can work, as well as we have Azure CLI command line interface, plus REST API, like various languages are there. By using those, we can start working. Okay, so no need to compulsory work from here from the portal. We can start working with some scripting languages also. We'll see that one. We can use some tools also. We can start working with. Just remember to show you what is the how is our portal, like what are the main services are there. Just we have discussed. That's why usage is charges are there based on usage. Let's say if I go to official definition, just I will take 10 minutes time. We'll conclude the session. Okay. If any queries are there, we'll discuss at the end of the class. Right. So, just say like what is cloud computing? Official definition is there, sir, from NIST. Okay. So, National Institute of Standards and Technology. Official definition. Very clear definition is that in this single definition, they have defined everything about cloud. See here, cloud computing is a model for enabling convenient on-demand network access to a shared pool of configurable computing resources. See here, on demand means what? We can create the resources at any time. Suppose you want some what servers, you want some application server, you want some database server, you want some Linux server, okay, Windows server, storage, anything we can create by our own. No need to raise ticket to Microsoft, no need to take any permissions. On demands here, whenever is required, we can create the resources within minutes. Okay, so suppose if want to purchase one 32 GB RAM server, it is very lengthy process. Okay, so first we have to hardware procurement we need to perform, which may take 1 month time, 2 months time if you order. Okay, then we need to purchase software, time taking process. But here on demand, resources are available already. Whatever the resources we need, immediately we can create the resources, we can start working. Very good definition is there here, official definition. Configurable computing resources means configurable means what? We can configure how we want. We can provide, we can customize, we can provide our own credentials, everything. Share computing resources like network, servers, storage, everything that can be rapidly provisioned. Provisioning means, remember, creating. Just technically, we are calling here, see, provisioning. provisioning a machine, provisioning a database, provisioning a network resource. Okay, and release with minimal management, okay, effort or service provider interaction. That's why remember, like maintenance becomes very easy here, very less, very simple, and without interacting with service provider. Means what already I have said. If you want to create a machine, after creating subscription directly, we can create a machine. No need to take any permission from Microsoft. And we have seen that various regions are there worldwide, right? So in any region, we can create the resource in any region. Right. So this cloud model is composed of second part of the definitions here. First part of definition we have seen. Second part of definition is also important. We have to understand this cloud model is composed of five essential characteristics. Means what? Like whenever you are saying that this is cloud platform, NIST has defined some essential characteristics, compulsory characteristics. Means what? If you see that characteristics, then you can identify that okay, it is cloud platform. Okay, then essential characteristics, three service models are there, four deployment models are there. See here. We can say that cloud computing provides on-demand resources in a single sentence here. On-demand resources which has five essential characteristics, three service models, four deployment models. Like that also we can make a definition here for cloud computing. Okay, right. What are the these essential characteristics are there? Service models are there? Deployment models are there? Just we'll see. After that, we'll discuss some questions related to our course, related to our program. If any questions are there, we can talk. Today itself, I am saying the first class. If any simple doubt is there, immediately we have to ask. So even you ask any simple question or anything, so I will try to answer maximum. I will never say no for any simple question. You ask the same question. So why? Because just we are this is knowledge sharing program. I know how what is the architecture is there, how we are working in the industry, how to implement. So just we are sharing the knowledge, no need to think anything. Any simple doubt is there, better you type in the chat panel. Immediately I will try to answer. That is important, sir. Interactivity is important for us. Just instead of listening calmly. So, yeah, I think one question is there. Is it mandatory to access coding process in Azure? Basically, say like coding process is not compulsory, but especially here, once again means coding means just remember not like our writing the programs in languages. Here templates are available for us. Templates are available. By using the templates, we can perform the task just by changing the parameters in the template. To schedule something, you want to automate backup of a virtual machine directly. GUI option is there, as well as by using Azure CLI or PowerShell also we can automate templates for us. Just we can use the template. We'll change the machine name, We'll change the path where it should be taken, backup should be generated. Just we have to modify the script only. Yeah, we'll see that examples. We'll see like how we'll work with why, because today is first class. If other participants, okay, we'll see that practically it is there already in our syllabus also. Let's say we'll see this year what are the five major characteristics are there here of cloud. One is on demand self service. Here on demand means what? At any time we can create our required resources, and self service here. Okay, means what? No need to take for everything Microsoft support. We can do our own self service. Means what? We can manage, create the resources, we can manage the resources, we can monitor the resources. Okay, so broad network access. Share the resources which we have placed in any region. It may be India or US, UK, Australia. We can access through internet here from anywhere. Rapid elasticity. So one of the major characteristic of cloud computing is here elasticity. Means what? At any time you can stretch the resources. Elastic means what? Can be stretched as well as we can reduce at any time. So elasticity option is it, means indirectly we have to understand today we have one machine with 32 GB RAM. Tomorrow you can increase up to 64 GB RAM at any time. Again, you can come back to 32 GB after 2 3 days to reduce the cost. That is also called as here scale up, scale down. Scale up, scale down options are available here. Okay, so which is one of a very good benefit of cloud computing. Measured services here. Measured services means what? Depends on usage we are paying, right? So no need to pay any fixed amount. Depends on usage only we are paying. Right. So resource pooling option is it? The resources are available in a pool, means like in public cloud data center. So we can use the resources what we want. These are the five major characteristics of cloud computing here. Major characteristics. On demand is that we can provision the machines, everything at any time. Self service we can manage by our own. Broad network access, rapid elasticity, another important feature. Scale up, scale down. We can do manual scale up, scale down, or even we can automate also. Measured services, right? So means what, like we are paying depends on usage. These are the five major characteristics are there of cloud computing, and three major services are there. We'll see again one by one. We'll discuss in our regular class. In the same way, we have three major services are there here: IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS services, which are important for us. IaaS is their say infrastructure as a service, means what? Microsoft provides infrastructure, what we want. Then we have to implement everything by our own. Our own. Okay. So just for example, let's say just for basic understandings here, IaaS is our normal laptop. Let's say tomorrow you'll purchase one laptop. So with this laptop, what we are getting, hardware we are getting, plus OS, for example, sometimes we are getting. Means what? You want to work as a tester, for example, or Java developer, .NET developer, or Oracle developer. Let's say after purchasing the machine, after purchasing the laptop, you will build the platform, right? Means what? That's why in case of PaaS here, laptop is there, means servers are there with the platform is also there. Means what? As a Java developer, no need to install Java, no need to install like some WebLogic server, Tomcat server. So everything is built in. Okay, everything Microsoft has already installed. So directly we can start development. As a tester, remember, no need to install like testing tools. Already testing tools are installed by Microsoft itself. Just we'll create a free subscription. We can start using those softwares. That's so remember, platform as a service means what? Laptop along with the platform. Suppose I am Oracle developer, like if I are going with IaaS, empty machine is there. I have to install Oracle, so I have to configure by my own. But if I am going with PaaS services, already Oracle is also there. Just will place the databases or I will create a new database. I will start working. Means what I am saying indirectly, no need to install the platform. Means what? No need to install Java, no need to install Oracle. Already platform is also there to start working with. Right. So whereas SaaS is their software as a service, this is also OS means hardware is there, plus platform is there, plus applications here. Suppose let's say I'm running one software company, for example. I will take either IaaS for large scale applications or PaaS I will take from Microsoft. If I take PaaS services from Microsoft, we'll get hardware plus platform. And what I will do, I will deploy in this platform, I will deploy my own application. Let's say I have built the application for schools, for example schools and colleges. I have built the application, for example. Then what I will do? So I will add that application. I will deploy the application in PaaS. I will provide this to my client. My client is what? Non-IT company, school, college, supermarket, something. So for them, it is software as a service. Means our developed software we are providing to the non-IT people or end users as a SaaS application. Okay, so in the market we have various SaaS applications like Office 365. Okay, so Salesforce, like various SaaS applications are there where we'll create the subscription we can start using. So that is, see, we have to understand here IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS, three major services are there. Just remember, if you want to create a machine, dedicated machine, okay, we have to go with IaaS. We have seen here compute option is there, virtual machines option is there in Azure. We'll use that virtual machines option. Suppose you want to write a Java program. No need to create a machine, no need to install Java. Directly in PaaS, we have application app service is there. Just now we have seen app service. We can create a app service. Here we can start developing the apps applications, both mobile plus web applications, we can start working. Means what? No need to take a dedicated machine, no need to install everything. Everything is installed already. Okay, so that is like in case of PaaS. That's remember like as a software company, we can purchase IaaS and PaaS services from Microsoft. We'll add our own application. We'll provide it to our end users as a SaaS application, software as a service we are providing. Okay, right. So these are say three major cloud services are there. Generally, the all the cloud services are categorized into these three major categories. IaaS is there, which provides a computing, networking, storage resources actually. Whereas PaaS is there, which provides frameworks also here. Means what? .NET framework, Java, yeah, Selenium, everything, and build applications. So SaaS is there, provides applications to end users for non-IT companies. These are see like three major cloud services are there, which we have to understand. In case of IaaS, remember we need to maintain the infrastructure team is also required for us. Means Windows team, storage team, or networking team. But if you are going with PaaS, why? Because hardware, OS, everything Microsoft itself will maintain. Only will focus on our application development, testing, okay, SDLC concepts. Whereas in SaaS, nothing is required for us. Just we'll create a free subscription. We can start using that software. So, like this, generally, three major services are there here as part of cloud computing environment, and we have discussed that four deployment models, right? Five essential characteristics we have seen, three services, and four deployment models. Basically, we have deployment models are there. One is here, public cloud is there, public cloud. Okay, so private cloud is there, private plus public combination is hybrid cloud. We are saying hybrid cloud and community cloud. Four cloud service models are there. Okay, service models are there. Okay, so public cloud, which is generally cloud means whenever we are saying it is public cloud actually. So then private cloud is there, hybrid cloud. Public plus private is hybrid cloud and community cloud. Okay, we'll see again one by one in detail. We'll discuss here. Why? Because in AZ 900 exam, if you are going to write, they will ask in detail about cloud computing. Okay, right. So those things we'll see again in step by step. We'll discuss. Okay, let's see what I will do. I will conclude the session today. We'll continue again. As part of today's session, three things we have to understand. First point, what we are going to discuss as part of our course. It is Microsoft Azure Administrator Associated Training Program. So where if you want, you can write the exam 104 AZ 104. So I will provide you complete support. We have here in Hyderabad our own exam center is also there. So we'll provide you complete guidelines and complete support. So and second point we have to understand what is cloud computing, and third point we have to understand. So what are the what is the official definition we have seen? Yeah, cloud computing has five essential characteristics, three services, and four deployment models. Right. So, if any queries are there, please. And how we are working with already have shown you. First, we have to create a free subscription from azure.microsoft.com. After creating free subscription, then we have to start working by using portal.azure.com. Okay, from the portal we can start working. Right. So if any queries are there, please type in the chat panel. We can conclude the session. We'll continue again. Yeah. Any questions are there? Abhishek and Manik Kumar. Abhishek already have done AWS. Maybe you have seen the same concepts again, right? Cloud computing. But I have tried to go in detail with official definitions. Yeah, I will provide you session video. You can talk to our people, Mani Kumar. They will provide you daily sessions. Okay, I will provide you soft copy material also. Just to that 103, 104 book I will provide you. You can go through that material. This PPTs also I will provide you. Okay, right. Abhishek, any anything you want to comment or any questions? Please type in the chat option.
No, sir.
Right. So I think maybe you are already familiar with this. Just it is like a
Yes, sir.
refresh for you.
Yes,
But
sir.
yeah, but tomorrow onwards or next class will again we'll see some in detail about this. After that, we'll start with Microsoft Azure. Okay, we'll start practically. Just you have to create a free subscription for 30 days. We can start parallelly practicing. Okay, so
Okay.
anyhow, the recordings will be available for you. So we can go through whenever it is required. We'll work with the scripting also, just not only graphically, just right click here, click here. We'll do most of the things with Azure CLI also, which will be useful while working in the organization, especially for automation. Okay, right. So once again, I would like to thank you for all people to attend my class. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll start our classes. Please talk to the people. We'll start our regular class. Okay. So if any queries are there at any time, you can send me mail. So even you are joining my session or not in future also, if you are working, you got some issue in Microsoft Azure, so you can send me mail at any time. Okay. So, but I can promise
Excuse me,
that
sir.
we'll, yeah,
Sir, I have a one query. What is the major difference between AWS and Azure and this Google Cloud? Why use
yeah.
Azure?
Correct, correct. So basically, like common question, like generally remember, like we have different cloud platforms, right? So different
Yeah.
companies has their own cloud platform. But one point I'm saying, I'm not saying that AWS is less powerful than Azure, but in case of Azure, if you see, our cost is very less, uh, almost all 1/4 as compared with the AWS. And today, Microsoft is increasing the data centers everywhere. So, most of the clients who are working with Microsoft products, they are preferring Microsoft Azure, as well as not only it is for Microsoft products, a common platform actually. Right.
Okay.
So, yeah, easy to work here. And we have scripting languages are there, through that we can manage, we can automate everything. Basically, remember, like cost wise, it is very less as compared with other platforms.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you, sir.
We'll see again in the our next class here. Next class, we'll see once we start with Microsoft Azure, what Microsoft is listing, what are the benefits of Azure as compared with AWS mainly. Right, right. So, right then, thank you again. We'll continue again. Okay, thank you. Bye. Take care.